Amidst the Blitz in November 1940, Nazi Germany initiates a plot to economically subdue the United Kingdom by utilizing copious amounts of counterfeit British currency manufactured by the inmates of the regime's concentration camps, which are to be injected into the British economy with the assistance of pro-Nazi agents, with the goal of triggering hyperinflation. Concurrently, a Luftwaffe night raid in Birmingham decimates a BSA munitions factory, killing the factory's female workforce. Elsewhere, Tommy Shelby lives in isolation, having retreated from public life after the death of his elder brother Arthur, who supposedly committed suicide in December 1938. His only company is his loyal assistant, Johnny Dogs. Tommy is working on his autobiography, but is haunted by visions of his deceased daughter, Ruby. Ada Shelby, who has succeeded Tommy as the MP for Birmingham South, visits him to inform him of the acts committed by the Peaky Blinders, now led by his son, Duke Shelby. Concurrently, in Birmingham, the Peaky Blinders arrive and the cops know they can't do anything to stop them. The gangs break down the front door and start stealing weapons that wasn't destroyed by the explosion. In private, Duke meets with Nazi agent John Beckett, who shows him a sample of a counterfeit money and intends to have the Peaky Blinders distribute £350 million of counterfeit currency inside Britain through the gang's networks, and they'll be given 20%. Meanwhile, Tommy is approached by Cowlo Chericlo, the twin sister of Zelda Chericlo, with whom Tommy had conceived Duke in 1914. Calling Tommy the Rom Barrow or the Gypsy King, Cowlo claims to have spoken to Arthur from beyond the grave and goads Tommy into divulging that he had accidentally killed Arthur, who had acted erratically under the influence of opium. She nevertheless interprets Tommy's act as a kindness and convinces him to return to Birmingham to save Duke, whom she deduces is in trouble. Elsewhere, Beckett discovers that Ada had collected testimony of Duke's raid at the factory and that she intends to submit it to the military police, which could derail the plot. He orders Duke to kill Ada, but Duke emotionally fumbles at the last minute. Beckett, who had anticipated this, kills Ada himself, much to Duke's helplessness. Tommy learns of Ada's death and confronts Duke, admonishing him for his ill-disciplined ways. He learns of the plot and plans to kill Beckett at the mortuary where Ada's body is, deducing that Beckett would be there to kill him as well. At the mortuary, Tommy confesses to his deceased sister the true nature of Arthur's death. He had killed Arthur after becoming exasperated by his volatility. She nevertheless interprets Tommy's act as a kindness and convinces him to return to Birmingham to save Duke, whom she deduces is in trouble. Tommy, who has now reassumed his leadership of the Peaky Blinders, plans to use the arrival of the counterfeit money to defeat Beckett with the assistance of his old allies Charlie Strong, Curly, and dockyard boss Hayden Stagg, who has traced Beckett's car to a warehouse of the Liverpool docks. However, Duke reconnects with Beckett and promises to ensure the safe passage of the counterfeit money, as was previously agreed. Tommy plans to have the Blinders travel by barge to Liverpool to confront Beckett's Nazi mercenaries, while he travels through a disused tunnel to surprise Beckett personally. Both teams are to strike simultaneously at midnight. Before leaving, Tommy has a private audience with Cowlo and reveals he is aware of her intentions but does not explicitly oppose it. Beckett, who has been personally warned by Duke of the plan, has his forces intercept the barges, not knowing that they are rigged with explosives. The resulting detonation kills the mercenaries. Duke reveals to a surprised Beckett that he had chosen to support his father all along, before escaping. The Blinders arrive and kill the remaining of Beckett's mercenaries. Tommy, who has arrived as well, uses a landmine to successfully incinerate the counterfeit money, thus suppressing the plot. Beckett attempts to escape in his car and exchanges gunfire with Tommy, with the former managing to wound the latter before being killed. Tommy attempts to die in front of Beckett's speeding car, but Duke saves him in time. Mortally wounded, Tommy encourages Duke to kill him with the bullet Cowlo gave him. Duke resists but eventually obeys, and Tommy dies reciting the first line of the poem In the Bleak Midwinter, having finally attained peace. Duke, now the new Rom Barrow, leads the Peaky Blinders in conducting a gypsy funeral for their fallen leader. Cowlow recovers Tommy's manuscript, The Immortal Man, in which Tommy reminisces that despite his wealth and power, he had his family by his side and is now reunited with them wherever they may be.